Hello family and welcome to another Dominguero vlog. Today we're at a very private, very exclusive, very special event where we'll be seeing both classic beasts and more modern beasts like this amazing Koenigsegg. So stay until the end of the vlog because we're going to see Bugattis and well a lot of other spectacular brands and very limited cars that you don't usually see on YouTube. So without further ado, let the action begin family. Here we have the famous brand W Motors, well known in the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, and the Arabian Gulf. This car appeared in one of the most well-known movies in the world, which is Need for Speed. Just so you get an idea, there are only 7 units produced in the market and it's super limited. In fact, at the store they have the original model from the movie. So if this video gets no less than 15,000 likes, I'll be showing you this car corner by corner, detail by detail. They have the exclusive car from the movie, which no one has recorded for YouTube before. Show this video some love because anything is possible. My friend Alex will tell you about the engine.
Well, it has an engine that comes from Porsche, a 3.8 liter. It's a 6-cylinder inline engine. And I suppose it must be very similar in terms of sound and power to the Gran Turismo, Touran Sport, but it's modified to have higher performance.
It has no more and no less than about 800 horsepower. So, of course, this should perform quite well. This is the old model. In 2013, we'll show you the new model they're producing. This model, as you can see, is redesigned. And this is the Fenrir model. The one we showed you earlier is the Lycan model, and it's definitely beautiful. They only plan to produce 110 units, and production will take approximately 8 to 10 months. So you have to choose it yourself. Everything is handmade, and it's definitely amazing.
The price of this car is $1.4 million, which is quite high. But with only 110 cars in this limited edition, it may make sense.
In fact, the model we showed you earlier was at $3.5 million. That's because there are only 7 units available on the market. Thus, the more exclusive the car, the higher its initial cost, and it will appreciate over time. Especially if this brand continues releasing more models in the coming years. You already know Bugatti with the Veyron, and the new Chiron is one of my favorite brands. But take a look at this gem we have right here in front of us. Only how many units have been produced?
Only 139 units were produced as the company was going bankrupt, causing significant difficulties in releasing the car.
The dice silent, but as you can see, if you keep fighting, you'll end up reaching the top. And today it's proving that in the market, there's definitely nothing like Bugatti. As you can see, it still has the same essence. In fact, it really reminds me of the Chiron. Everything about the bumper is very similar to the new model. At the time, this was a beauty. Now it looks like this. It's from 1994, so they were pioneers in the market back then.
They styled it with straight lines, similar to a Lamborghini.
That's what they call back in the days. Of course, I love seeing how brands evolve in the market. I love the location they've used for this event. As you can see, we're at the Bulgari Yacht Club where we've held several events before. We've rented several boats and so on in the past. What could be better than an event for exclusive classic supercars? It's tough to choose between boats and cars, especially in a place like this. So let me know in the comments what you would prefer, one of these supercars or one of these super yachts. Check out the selection of various canapes they have here. What's important is that they have desserts with gold embedded in them. In Dubai, it's normal to have gold in your food. It couldn't be any less at such a high caliber event. We also have a brand new McLaren, which is made entirely of carbon fiber. It looks spectacular. Mipino, we've seen several tracks from previous vlogs, but this is the first time I've seen this design and color, and it's not bad at all, like specs. A few days ago, an incident occurred with Salomundo's McLaren Senna. A system failure caused the car to catch fire both inside and outside. Fortunately, it was only a scare, although the photos were truly shocking. Let me know your opinion about it. What do you think?
McLaren's design is controversial, with people either loving it or calling it the ugliest thing the company has ever made. Especially in person, it looks much better than in photos, that's true. My favorite part is the rear of the car with the huge wing, it's incredible.
And the wing, as is customary with McLaren, adapts to the curves, to the aerodynamics, and that's what's spectacular.
The video and photos make it look smaller than its actual size. This wing is truly massive and gigantic. It also moves based on the speed and curves, especially when braking.
And then down here, if you look at the door, why did they make that design?
They say this allows you to see the road lines while on the track, enabling you to push the car to its limit in curves.
Or, as I always say, is to see the ladies' underwear. If the previous Bugatti left you speechless and impressed you, here we have another Bugatti, no more and no less. Type 35, which was from the Grand Prix. And this beast has raced in no less than 1,000 races. It's from 1925, so it's a relic. It's the most famous and most successful Bugatti since that time. It looks great and would be impressive to drive on the roads. Even I would like to have it these days. With only 100 units made for the market, we need to take this seriously.
Let's take it.
Come on, start it up, start it up.
Here we have the crank to start the car.
Let's see. Can you imagine nowadays? Of course, if you're here on a date and you say, please get in, miss, you're starting up the car right there. That's when the magic happens, right? With this impressive vehicle, success is guaranteed. Take a look inside. One thing I find hilarious is the tiny mirror in case someone sneaks up from behind. So you have a spectacular view. Well, spectacular. At least you can see something. This looks like the typical mirror girls carry in their purse to check their makeup. And check out the pedals.
The brake is so small that I think you have to step on it sideways because otherwise your foot won't fit. Outside the car, we have the gear shift and handbrake. To do a donut, just pull this lever and start drifting. Lastly, note how Bugatti considered every detail from the start. See the line for improved aerodynamics? They also angled the exhaust pipe to match the car's line and enhance its style. Honestly, Bugatti did an incredible job.
That's how he won 1,000 races. No more, no less. This was Grand Prix driving for that era. Wow. In today's vlog, we're showcasing exclusive, limited, and expensive cars. The immense value of these yachts is certainly significant. Many of you keep asking me, Dominguero, why there aren't any Koenigsegg's in Dubai. Are they really that exclusive? Well, today your wishes are my command. As you can see, we have it here exclusively. You see fewer of them in comparison to the United States because they're very delicate. As you can see, everything is carbon fiber. If you slightly scratch the rim, replace it immediately as it's very delicate. Therefore, the vast majority of millionaires in Dubai keep it as a collection and don't take it out for a drive. The Koenigsegg is amazing and we'll be showing it more in future vlogs. Would you like to explain anything else about it?
Well, the entire interior is also made of carbon fiber. Something that Koenigsegg specializes in is carbon fiber, and you can see how it fits together perfectly. And then the doors that open in a scissor style, which means they go up and out at the same time, which is exclusive to Koenigsegg.
Exactly, they have this effect here where they don't just open upwards but also outwards like this. In fact, I'll leave a picture here so you can get an idea. While the Agera Rennsport model looks spectacular and very fast, it's not actually the fastest one on the market. And that leads to a lot of debate.
There's a lot of controversy with the Koenigseggs because whenever they do a comparison and they lose against Ferrari or Porsche, they always ask for the video to be taken down. They market themselves as one of the fastest cars, which is untrue. There are much faster cars available at 1/10 of the price.
With its stunning looks and prestige, Koenigsegg shouldn't worry. Every brand has its place, and Koenigsegg is certainly at the top. I'm going to have to take off my glasses for this one because wow, just look at this. Here we have a 2006 Ford Gran Turismo all blacked out, and it definitely looks spectacular. I love the specs on this car. We're looking at a car that marked a before and after. This car nowadays is considered a collector's car. Since it ceased production in 2006, fewer units remain on the market. With exactly 558 horsepower despite releasing the new generation in 2016. But obviously it has nothing to do with the old model. Of course, it looks spectacular. Wow, wow. Look at this. We have a Porsche Carrera Gran Turismo. This is insane. In fact, we were racing his Huracan against that Porsche on the Dubai circuit. And of course, it completely beat us. So if you know how to drive that car, Alex can explain more about it to you. Obviously, it's a super iconic car. There are very few units on the market, and this is an investment. You buy this car, and over the years, it's going to increase in value. Just like many others that are around here.
Porsche made 1,270 units of this car. Many have already crashed, so there will be fewer units. For example, Paul Walker, famous from the movie Need for Speed, died in one of these. He was the passenger.
May he rest in peace, by the way.
I really enjoyed his films. This manual Porsche is the best thing they've ever made. It has no traction or stability control. It's just you and the car. It was a true race car, making it very dangerous. It has a V10. A lot of people say it's the best sound ever made in a car. And honestly, it's incredible. You can open the roof manually, and honestly, I love the whole design. One thing about it is that the maintenance is extremely expensive. Honestly, it's better to buy it as a collector's item than to drive it, because replacing the clutch costs around 30,000 euros. And if you're really good at driving, you'll have to replace it every 5,000 kilometers. If you don't know how, every 1,000. It's a ticking time bomb that requires spending 30,000 euros every 5,000 kilometers or less.
This car is not affordable for everyone and is already difficult to find on the market. If you buy it, it's because you like it, you're passionate about it, and you can afford to maintain it. After all, it's not the initial cost that matters, but the ongoing maintenance. Personally, I find it one of the sexiest sports cars available. For a 2005 model, they really went all out. What's your opinion on the rear end design? Let me know what you think in the comments. In fact, we're going to show you the engine now. This is very exclusive, you won't see it often. Look at this, it's incredible.
Everything is made of carbon fiber.
In fact, I'm gonna show you the inside so you can take a look. Wow, it looks like this Mercedes just came out of the oven. It shines spectacularly. These collector cars are only brought out for exhibitions. Today we're at a contest where they'll award a prize to the best car. And obviously this is completely restored because it's flawless. There's not a single pebble or a single scratch. Mercedes back in the days made some spectacular designs. I wouldn't mind taking a little drive through the desert roads with this beauty. It definitely has a super classic style. Imagine being the coolest, most respected guy in the neighborhood back in 1970. Thanks for tuning into another vlog, family. It's definitely a privilege to be showing off these beasts. You just don't see them anywhere. Only 100 units on the market. Where else can you find them? Only in Dubai, the United States, and a few other countries. So, well, I hope that through my eyes, through my experiences, you can enjoy it. You don't see this every day. So, you know, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe right now because you'll get many more videos like this. So now we're really saying goodbye. The 1925 Bugatti and I wish you a great day, and we'll see you in the next vlog in 2 days. See you later, family.